G'day everybody, and thank you for joining us for the Round 7 review for Fantasy in 2016. I'm not sure if I have to mention this, but we'll start off with the bottom scorer. Yet once again, Scotty Llewellyn, take it away.
Alright, well, I'm doing something new this week. I'm going to skip you guys the boredom, and I'm just going to pick 2 or 3 players just to go through, and then we'll head over to Andy's team. Because this is bloody ridiculous. First off, I'd like to mention the amount of 50s in my team. It's ridiculous. I had 4 in my back line and 1 in my forward. Next, Stefan Martin as my captain. That was a very good choice that I made myself when I saw that Dougal Howard was out. And obviously Max Gawn, very good. Petrarca, that's what I expected from round 1, so that was good. Curry, just a beast on the bench in ruck. And frickin' Rockcliffe, he needs to go away. These last 2 scores for me have been 24 and 33. And I've had a run with injuries at the moment. I brought in Fife and he gets injured that round. I bring in Rockcliffe and he gets injured. Then McCarthy, 14, who got injured. And Wells, 43, who got injured. Just a bunch of retards, I guess. Alright, that seems about it.
No. Just because you're depressed, we're not going to end it there. Let's find the positives in this rabble. You have Taylor Adams on the bench, so he's going to come straight in. Hopefully, score well for you. There's not many positives here. Daniel Curry got 90 on your bench. He's a good player of difference. Basher Hawley got a big 120. No, that's 50. Yeah, sorry. I can't see too much.
All right, well, I'll name one positive. Hooley will be in for a 120 next week. All right, now up to my score.
Yeah, that's
1836. Yep. And my rank, I went up 500 ranks, so big whoop there. I went up for once, so that was good. But despite my depressing score, I did happen to beat one of my mates at school who was ranked 1,000 before this week. And I mentioned to him throughout the week multiple times that I had a feeling I would beat him this week, and I did just that. So, over to your team now.
That just highlights how easy it is to fall from having a really good rank, and just one bad score can really throw off your season. Yep. So you can't afford to become complacent in this game. So we'll move over to my team then. All right, where do I start? So Semi Gilbert, after everything I copped from Scott about him, he came out and he delivered a nice 98 score. He sure has just been that rock in the defense. And Matt D. Okay, all right, story time. So I'll tell you the whole story. I've got Razio Fantasia in my backline, and I've also got Matty D. All right. Now, at the time, Fantasia was 116k more expensive. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to trade one of these guys. Who do I trade? So I'm thinking, all right, Fantasia had a role change the last 2 weeks. I'm banking on him to stick at that role. Against Sydney, they're going to get rolled. He's just not going to score over 50. And then I look at D, and I'm like, he might score 50. Wait a second. Nathan Grimer's coming back in this week, so he's going to be a bit more free, and he's going to score more than Fantasia. That was the big call that I made, to hold D and trade out Fantasia. That was all strategically planned out. That's what I call good coaching, ladies and gentlemen, and I got 35 points out of that. And as soon as the round ends, I get a Skype message from Scott saying, "Wow, you're so lucky, Andrew. What are you doing?" I'm like, no. That was a well thought out tactic, and that is why he is ranked 38,000. Okay.
Hold on. I'm trying to get my happy place. Hold on.
Deep breath, Scott. Deep breath. Josh Wagner, I'm so happy with that score. I knew he could do it. He got 98 in his second game, and now in his fourth game, 95. So that is a really big tick. My midfield actually looks really good this round. I mean, I had 3 premiums who scored nowhere near their best. So if you bump them up to their what they can do, then I'm looking at 700 straight. So I had Ablett, obviously 82, and then Dangerfield, Zaharakis, Selwood, Lewis, all over 100. Now, funny story about Lewis, story time again. I was going to bring in Josh Smith this week for Sam Gray, who was a laid out. And I'm like, who do I get? Do I get Josh Smith or do I go for a risk? Because I only had 500k left. Do I go risky and get Jordan Lewis? Oh, Jordan Lewis is break-even 150. He might not do well. He scored 260s in a row, so this was an absolute massive risk. But I'm like, nah, Josh Smith is not going to get 90 this week. I can feel it, and Lewis is going big. And once again, Scott will call that luck. Again, I just call that a risk that was rewarded.
Hold on. No, you're being ridiculous now, all right?
How am I being ridiculous?
I respected this pick because I myself had my eye on Lewis, and I would have picked him up too if it wasn't for Rockcliffe, of course, and also the fact that I wanted to wait until his price had dropped to its very lowest. And obviously after 260s, he had to bounce back, and I knew Josh Smith wasn't consistently going to score 90s, but to have Josh Smith in there, it just helped to have a bit more money in the bank, and he's just a good rookie. He was going to go up in money. Obviously, he wasn't going to score nearly as much as Lewis, but yeah, still trying to find my happy place.
Keep trying.
It's going to take me a while.
And Matty, I had a forced trade to hold Matt Crouch after a 60 last week. I wasn't happy, but he got an 80. That's pretty good. And then the 2 rucks were amazing. I had the same captain as Scott, so I couldn't beat him this week. So we both got Steph Martin's score. Barlow, massive drop from last week. And DeGoey really letting me down. I paid some good dollars for him, and he's not paying me back. And Georgie Hewitt probably gets what I expect him to get. So we'll move up to my ranking. My score first. 2018 this week, which is all right. And that bumps me up to 2,800 overall. So I'm really just slowly scratching into that top 1,000, hopefully soon. But like I said before, it can just one bad score can really throw off your season. So I'm trying to keep a lid on it for now, especially seeing the extremities of someone down, below 35,000. It really does scare me. So I'm not getting ahead of myself.
So, yeah, that's it. Just laugh at your own jokes. It's all right. My happy place is coming.
No,
it's coming.
So we'll get into trades. Let's hear what your trades are, if you're actually going to use any, if you're still playing.
I'm actually going to use 10 this week. I've emailed the Fantasy HQ, and they've given me permission to have 10 trades this week. So that'll bit of the upgrade, downgrade sort of stuff going. Of course I'm kidding. But in my trades, obviously Rockcliffe is going to most likely be in there. If he's only out for 2 weeks, which is a possibility, I'll just bench him, and Taylor Adams obviously comes straight on. And then I'll do a downgrade of McCarthy to McPherson from Gold Coast, and doing a bit of DPP, I'll put Pachaka on my forward line. And then I will do either an upgrade of Clay Cameron or Marcus Adams to Heath Shaw or Matthew Boyd.
Sounds good. Shaw has been amazing. He's gone 2 130s and then a 109 this week. So he's really hitting his straps at the moment. So my trades are looking like this. Rocky needs to go, and Mills it's definitely time for him to go. I think he's completely bottomed out in price. Or should I say, as expensive as he will be.
We've milked him.
We have. So Mills is going to the best ruckman in the league at the moment.
Here we
go. Jackson Trengove. So, okay, everyone's going to laugh at me in the comments.
I'm laughing.
240k defender, and he looks so natural in the ruck. He will play the next 5 games in the ruck, and then he'll probably get ruck status in round 12. And that's what I'm hoping anyway. And at 240k, there's not too much of a risk. So I'm going for it. I'm going Mills to Trengove. And then my second trade will be Rockcliffe to most probably Dane Beams, only because that they have the same buy. And I'm really trying to get my buy structures done early. So it will either be Beams, or I can really afford anyone up to Hanbury. So I've got a choice in my hands for that. So
yeah, well,
that is the rounds. Oh,
yeah. Beams is actually not a bad decision, because he was looking amazing the whole game. It was just the last quarter he only had 3 disposals, so he just dropped off with match fitness a bit there. But
Yeah, and his coach actually said that he rested him forward a bit, so that's probably what happened last
exactly.
quarter.
And he's still got 106. So, and
yep.
then I really hope Dougal Howard comes back. Not this week, because otherwise you won't get Trengrove. But the week after, once you've gotten Trengrove, I hope Dougal Howard comes back so Trengrove goes back to his 30s. Just for you, Andy. I don't care if it kills port structure. just for you.
Yeah, whatever. I'm still taking a risk. So that was the round 7 review for 2016.
Happy place, Scott.
And
Happy
and
place.
just letting everyone know that me and Scott are versing in our main classic league this week.
Happy place.
I have outscored him 3 weeks in a row, but miracles do happen. So
like that 2100 I got a couple weeks ago. That was a miracle, and it's happening this week.
He's been hanging on to that since. So next week you'll find out who won that one.
Don't be surprised if Andy's not here because he lost.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Catch you later.
Take care.